Oh my goodness, here we are. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Just Jordane Show. I am your host, Just Jordane, Paul Jordane, Endgame Jordane, or whatever Jordane you want to know me as everyone knows me as a different Jordane from all over the United States of America. How's everybody doing? I hope that you all are having a wonderful and beautiful and blessed Tuesday, as we always do here at the Just Jordane Show. Oh yeah, I forgot I had to set up a couple of my other little deals on the studio over here. So much as well. Laura and Lori, my two favorites. I love you guys, and I'm glad that you guys are here, especially after everything else. What's up, guys? I'm glad to see everybody here. I'm glad that you all are able to hang out for another good old Just Jordane show. I hope that everybody is able to not be as... there's one part I did not get ready that I'm regretting not getting ready now. So what's up over there on IG? How you guys doing? How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling all right? I'm just getting everything ready to go. Okay, it's slowed down a little bit. I do also have us on a new page called Odyssey. And that is like a new, that's like the wannabe, that's about, hopefully it works. Hopefully it comes together and it works out pretty damn well. So we'll see how it's all going. It looks like we're good over here. And let me check the YouTube stream. Yep, YouTube stream is good as too. What's up, Micah? I know, I missed you. I missed you too, Bubba. I missed you too. Laura, I thought I was getting kicked out Saturday night after my rant. Oh no. Oh no, Laura. I hope you didn't go crazy. I hope you didn't go too cray-cray. Try not to go too cray-cray, Laura. Don't get kicked out. Don't get yourself kicked out anywhere. Everything will work itself out. It's just one of those things because you just can't control everything. And sometimes, here, let me try to, I guess it does look like we're buffering a little bit. Okay, we're good on YouTube now, and we're good on Facebook. So I think that we're good. My stuff says that I have an excellent connection, which is not normal, but I'll take it. I will take an excellent connection because normally I do not get freaking excellent connections in here. Normally I get, oh, well, this is wrong. This is not right. This is not working properly. What's wrong with this? Okay, maybe it's not like that. Maybe it's not that specific, but you guys know what I'm saying. So I've been trying to make sure I have video. I went nuts. Oh, my goodness, Laura. Don't make too much of a scene out there. Don't make too much of a scene out there. But, we gotta, you gotta, and you know how everything is, Laura. That's just part of the game. And I'm sorry, Micah, I wasn't able to make it. But eventually, I'm sure I'll be able to make it back up there in the area. And we'll be able to get all of that figured out. But sometimes stuff is just too complicated. Too complicated. You are pulling on so many entities. Maybe too many? What do you mean, too many entities? What are you talking about, Laura? Pulling on too many entities. Everything's looking good here. Yeah, looks good. It doesn't say anything. I mean, I got an excellent connection over there on YouTube. And I don't normally get that, guys. I don't normally get that. It's a little bit slower on Facebook, but you know what? That's okay. That's just part of it. That's just part of it. Happy Tuesday. All right, we're getting down to it. Have you guys ever had a job that you just absolutely couldn't stand, that you hated, that you didn't feel like your boss or whoever you were working for appreciated what you were doing, and they appreciated the hard work that you were putting in, and the day-to-day grind that you're always trying to go? Laura said, too many streams. Is that why you buffer sometimes? It could be, but I haven't changed the streams. I haven't changed any of the streams here recently. We did drop one, but then we picked up another. So it's been the same since episode 1. It's just it's more so the settings that I have to make sure that I'm doing, or sometimes it's just going to buffer, and maybe that's just like the internet connection going out or whatever. But right now on all my stats, it looks like everything's good, and this is one of the few times. Yeah, 4.4%. Yeah, we're looking really good right now. We're really good. But yeah, that could be part of it sometimes, but it really just depends, Laura. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. But anyway, I've never heard of these people being so upset that they don't want to do this job anymore, that they all quit at the same exact time. And that's like one of the things that blew my mind, because whenever I heard that this morning, I was like, what the hell? Are you serious? Did they really do that? But it turns out they actually did. And then sometimes you don't feel like dealing with it anymore. I mean, these people, like, they've had to have dealt with it over and over and over, to the point to where it was like, you know what? At a certain point, I just can't deal with it anymore. And that's what the staff at good old Burger King had to deal with. We all quit. Burger King staff leaves message to management on viral sign. A former general manager at the location said the sign was put up after several employees decided to quit. Have you ever wanted to just quit your job and then have like everybody else walk out with you and be like, eh? Look, they put on the sign, we all quit. Sorry for the inconvenience. I mean, what? I love it. We all quit. Sorry for the inconvenience. That is the best. But thank you, Lincoln, Nebraska, for being, I don't know, just for having the conditions to create a Burger King. And it doesn't seem like Burger King has been doing very well recently anyway. You see, like, a lot of their stores are closing down. And if you've eaten there recently, and I know fast food burgers are not the highest quality burgers, but I would say the lowest quality burgers of the fast food low quality burgers would be Burger King. That's what I would think. Because anytime I have Burger King, I can't keep the food in me. It just drains out of me like diarrhea. And not to get too many, I don't want to gross too many people out, but that's just kind of part of it. That's just how those things go. A Burger King sign has gone viral after employees at the Lincoln, Nebraska location used it to announce they were all quitting. And they had a good reason. Obviously, you have to have a good reason if you're going to quit. And then you're going to, like, put it up on a sign like that. Obviously, they've been dealing with some horse shit. You don't just make us, like, they were making a statement, and hopefully the corporate offices hear about this, and then they'll make some type of decisions to where maybe they'll give them their jobs back, but then have them have, I don't know, maybe better working conditions, because I'm pretty sure that's where we're going with this. The working conditions were probably not very good, especially working at Burger King. Working at Burger King, you know, you're in there. You have the deep fryer going. You have the grill going. You have all these different things that are heating up, and it's already making you feel uncomfortable as it is. And then you got to deal with some customers who, you know, they're paying the cheapest prices, but they act like they deserve premium service, and you got to make sure that you try to keep everybody happy. And that's already complicated as it is. That's already hard. That's already hard to do without demoralizing yourself to a point to where you feel like you're less of a person. Because sometimes people can treat you like you're less of a person, and that doesn't make you feel any good. And that doesn't make people feel any good. So whenever you get treated a certain way or some kind of way, it's most important for you to do or say something about it. You can't just continue living your life dealing with crap over crap over crap and then not doing anything about it, because it's just like our philosopher king, George W. Bush, used to say, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, well, you can't get fooled again. Well, actually, it's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, you can't get fooled again. Don't get fooled again, guys. Don't get fooled again. But don't let people take advantage of you. Don't let people take advantage of you, especially if it's a big, giant corporation like this and they're trying to take advantage of you. I mean, you don't even have to. It doesn't even have to be a big, giant corporation. That's in their design. Big corporations are designed to take advantage of their people, so that's all they do. But it doesn't have to be a big corporation. It can just be normal people trying to get whatever they want, and you can be taken advantage of. And then it'll demoralize you, and it'll make you feel like less of a person. And that's one of the things that we have to make sure that we understand is going on, is when people make you feel some kind of way, that's just them making you feel that kind of way. That's not necessarily how things are. That's them talking to you and making you feel it. That's not actual reality. Sometimes people are just assholes. Sometimes people's perspectives are skewed. Sometimes all of these things, you have to take into all these things into consideration and understand that, okay, sometimes it's complicated. Sometimes, work is hard. Sometimes the conditions at work aren't the best. And sometimes you do have to work through some shit situations because that's just life. And we all know how life is. But if you have to progressively deal with these crappy working conditions over and over and over and over and incessantly have to deal with it, eventually, since we live in America and we're so lucky to be here on this plot of land, and barring all of the issues that we already have here, because there's always issues, but there's always going to be issues, and there should always be issues. We should always have things that we're trying to work on and get ourselves to the next level. But when it comes to the detriment of your everyday life, you have to do something about it. You have to change something. You have to change something. And this is my angle of the Burger King workers is I think that they did the right thing. I think that they had to be like, you know what? Sometimes you got to flip a bird to these assholes and let them know, like, hey, man, you're not taking care of us the way that we need to be taken care of, and we can't take care of you either because you're messing it up. You're messing it up, and you're a big-ass giant corporation. So you would think you would think they'd be able to take it. Lori said, "I think Wendy's is the better of the evils." I agree. So my problem is with Wendy's is it's always so slow. It's always so damn slow. Wendy's is like the slowest, worst customer service, but they got the best meat. They do have the best meat. I mean, those freaking. If you give me a freaking what's it called? The Baconator? Not the Baconator. That's Burger King. It's like burger. No. It is the Baconator at Wendy's because it's Bacon King at Burger King. Maybe it's the Baconator at Wendy's, but the Baconator, I will tear the Baconator up. I don't give a shit how greasy it is. Give me all that grease, baby. Give me all the grease. I love grease. I'll eat all the grease. I'm down for grease. I don't really like the movie Grease, but I'm down for grease. Laura, now I want a Whopper. That's true. Truth, if people aren't respectful towards anyone, you have to take care of yourself. I am learning that even with my job and my boss. I have learned to say enough is enough. Yeah, Laura, that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do, especially if you need the job and you have to pay your bills. That's very complicated. That is very tough to have to deal with. Whenever you're doing everything that you can do, and then you have to talk to your boss, or you have to talk to someone who can make a decision who's not going to hire you anymore. They don't want to have you for this job or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's a tough conversation to have, but it is important for you to be able to have it. And now I'm not saying go in there and be like, oh, hey, you're doing this, blah, 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 because sometimes people don't know. If they're not aware, they don't know. So sometimes you have to make them aware of what the problems are, and then if they don't fix it, and then you gotta fix things the way that you can. But that is definitely part of it. Laura said, truth, people aren't respectful towards anyone. You have to take care of yourself. I'm learning that. Yep. I already read that one, silly. The Wendy's near me is fast, but the line has 50 people in it. Yeah, well, at least they're fast. I'll give them that. I'll definitely give them that. Lori said, I left a job because of all that. Yeah, and that's the big thing that's going on these days, especially when it comes to like the big companies that you see all over the place. Even fast food restaurants, Walmart, grocery stores, all these big places are like, I have a theory, and my theory is the larger the company, the less they give a fuck about you. And I know that's a hot topic, right? That's a very hot topic. But it's true, because the more of you that there are, the harder it is for them to spend that time trying to focus on you and keeping you happy because they have 120 other people in the same damn building that they have to keep. Not only do they have to keep happy, but they have to keep them busy and they have to keep them motivated to actually do their work. Because if they're not actually doing their work, what are they doing? What is it that you can do? So it's complicated. But at the end of the day, it's just like Lori said. She left that job because of all that stuff. If people do not respect you as a human being, if they don't respect you for that, then you got to get out of there. You have to get out of there. You cannot do that because that's going to be detrimental for your long-term mental health. And your long-term mental health, that'll bust you in the ass if you don't take care of it. You have to take care of it. So I love that. I love the subject of jobs today because I've had so many damn jobs, and some good, some bad, some where they don't even thank you so much, Doug Baker, for liking the stream. Thank you, Doug Baker. That is always awesome. Say hi on the chat if you can. But that is one of the toppest. That's one of the top things. Oh no, I just saw a random chat. Laura said, Ron, off topic. I am getting ready to go outside and go 15 sticks on these asshole tree companies guys next to my door. Oh, go get them, Laura. Go get them. Record it so we can watch it on the stream. I want to watch it on the stream. What's up, Doug Baker? How are you, buddy? Micah, leaving my job at the end of the month. So props to these guys. Yeah, Micah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. At a certain point, you cannot deal with that shit. You have to get out of there. But you have to make sure. Now, obviously, I'm not saying quit your job automatically right off the bat and then just start looking. No, start looking now while you still have a job and then find something, anything better, and then get the hell out of there. Because people are going to take advantage of you and they want to suck your life energy out as much as they can without using their energy. No, you do this job. And that's what they're hiring you for. So it's like you said, Micah, leaving my job at the end of the month. What type of job you got, Micah? Why do you want to leave it? Is it because of the actual job itself, or is it because of the people you have to deal with? Because that's a very unfortunate thing, too. Sometimes these jobs, we have to deal with people that we don't like, that you can't stand, and it makes it hard. And then the actual job, it's like, oh, man, this job's actually pretty cool, pretty chill, but I don't want to deal with all of these assholes who are drama kings and queens, and there's always something wrong. I can't work with those types of people. I've never been able to work with those types of people. Just always complaining, and there's always something wrong. And you guys know that there's always people like that. There's always people like that, you know? Laura, I sent you a video of Saturday. Just delete it if you choose not to see it. Got you. Right on, Laura. Right on. Micah, leaving my job in the... Oh, no. Micah, I have an internship lined up, so hopefully I will be happier. I work retail the same reason as these BK legends. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's the same... It's the same thing. It's working conditions. You got to deal with a bunch of assholes anyway. Not everybody is like that, but sometimes people are like that. You know, that's just part of it. But it is what it is. Like you have to not deal with that type of stuff. You have to make that decision for you, because if it was up to them, they would take advantage of you the whole time. They would take advantage of you the whole time, especially if you don't say anything. If you don't say anything, they're going to be like, oh, wow, this person's great. This person's great. They make me a lot of money. I don't have to pay them anything. They're working in these shitty, horrible conditions that I can't find most people. Most people aren't accepting to do this, but they are. So I'm going to keep them as long as I can, because I can make that money. And it's just like, no, man. Like most people suffer and waste away the best years of their lives at a job that they don't like, that they can't stand. And if we're in America and we have the opportunities that we have, there's no reason to do that, other than you having some other mental issues or some other mental challenges that make it better for you to stay there. It might be a better situation for you to stay there, but not if people are being negative like that and they already want to make you leave. That's not good. That's not a good sign, guys. That's not a good sign. Laura said, truth, as far as bigger companies over smaller, I work for a smaller company, and my immediate boss can be a witch and degrade us. But because I work in a group home, I am there for my clients. So I am just learning not to do extra hours and such for her when she doesn't appreciate us. That's huge, Laura. That's huge, especially working in that field, the healthcare field, especially when it comes to the stay-at-home healthcare fields and the group home and those types of things. They need people to work so many hours so often there. It's so complicated and it's tough. And I know nurses who have their own companies who hire nurses to go and to work in different group homes and maybe not even group homes. They're like different people who hire them for the nursing jobs. And it's usually older people who need that assistance at their homes. But at a certain point, like, it looks like you have a balance. Like, Laura has a balance. She enjoys helping people, and this job helps people. And now, there's a yin and the yang. There's always a good and there's always a bad. As long as the good outweighs the bad, then, it is what it is. Sure, she has to deal with a lady who's going to be a witch every now and then, or maybe it's very often. But if you know how to block that out, then you know that sometimes people are just going to be who they are. And they're not even trying to be mean to you. They're just reacting to a stimuli that's just the way that they react. They're just triggered. They're just triggered in a certain way, and they're going to react a certain way. Patricia said, some people put up with a lot of shit because they need the job. That's what I'm saying. Most of us deal with shit. Who hasn't dealt with a lot of shit just because you needed the job? And you just smiled and were like, yeah, man, if I didn't need this job, I wouldn't be dealing with your crazy ass. I would be gone from here, but I need the money. We always need that damn money. It's always the money, guys. It's always the money. The money will grab you by the ass and just hang on to you like a dog trying to get to the postal man. To the postal man. Micah said, all these restaurants are now so short-staffed because people don't want these jobs. And those corporate can't fathom why not. Some are trying to do TikTok resumes. Yeah, but people are trying to do everything. That's why I started doing the YouTube. That's why I started doing everything that I'm doing. Because I'm like, fuck it, might as well try. I think we got a good thing going here. I'm enjoying the shows. The shows are always a blast. This is like my favorite part of the day. And today, man, we had a tough ass time in that shred shed, guys. The shred shed has been so damn hot. It's been ridiculous. But can't hate on that. Can't hate on that. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick and we'll continue on. Hashtag IHTP will be RB. Now we're back. We're back. But that's the thing. Like Laura having to deal with, she can separate. As long as you can separate whatever your separations are. If you separate yourself by having to say, okay, I need this job, I got to get paid, cool. Or I like this job, I hate the boss, but I can deal with the boss because the job is, majority of the time, it's pretty easy to deal with. I just have to deal with this person who doesn't know how to communicate with me properly because most of it is just knowing how to talk to people. A lot of these people who get into these managerial positions really should not be in that position because they don't know how to talk to people. They talk to you like you're a child, and then the disrespectful tone, when they hit you with that disrespectful tone, your first reaction is, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't know. Fuck you. We're humans. don't deal with that type of stuff very easily. So it's just one of those things. But anyway, we'll continue on now. These BK legends. BK legends. Laura said, Papa Jordane going to IHTP. Try to remember, don't shake it more than twice, and definitely don't twirl it. You will miss. Yeah, if you shake it more than twice, that's playing with it, and you don't want to play with it. But if you twirl it, then you're definitely playing with it too. Ah, shit, Danny Keogh. What's up, Danny Keogh? What's up, Steffi? How are you? Steffi said, that's why I walked out of my last job. Put up with bullshit for 2 months. What type of bullshit did you put up with there? Danny Keogh, we're talking about shitty jobs that we quit. Because there was a whole group of Burger King employees who quit at the same time, and they put up, we all quit, sorry for the inconvenience, on the store sign, and they all left. And I'm about to get into why they all left. But I love it because everybody's got one of these positions where they were like, screw this job. I'm done with it. I ain't playing with it no more. I'm going to keep this going. Laura said, wow, Paul, are you videotaping my job? That's exactly how my boss is with me some days. Exactly. That's the shit thing. That's the shit thing. That's how people, and they act like that way. And it makes me wonder, is that really how they are? Or do they have this holier than thou attitude because they think that you need the job so they can treat you however they want to treat you, you know? Danny Keogh, I have never quit a job that I hate. Danny Keogh's a glutton for punishment. Danny Keogh's like, I hate this fucking job, but I'm loyal. I'm loyal. They're not loyal to me, but I'm loyal to them. Steph said, a girl got promoted and went to her head, and she blamed me for everything that went wrong, even when I wasn't there. That's some petty bullshit. Ain't none of us feel like dealing with. That sucks. See, that sucks. That's just one of those things that, like, yeah, working with people sucks. Danny, I got better opportunities. I wouldn't say I hate the company I used to work for. Hey, at least you got some better opportunities. But you had like that carrot on the stick to draw you a little bit further so that at least you would have the chance. You would at least have the opportunity to move up a little bit and get there. So you probably don't hate, I wouldn't think that you would hate the company, but definitely there's some shit. There's some shit. Like, I worked for Walmart. I don't hate the company, but there were some shitty days. Yeah, and it's not so bad. There wasn't so bad. It wasn't. Working at Walmart was just the same thing repetitively over and over again, and that just destroys me. Just destroys me. I like having different challenges on different days and shit like that. I need my days to be different. I can't have the same day repetitively over and over and over again because it just gets complicated. It's tough. Why do I want to do that? What's up, Keyvarious over there on the IG? All right, so now let's get back to these legends at Burger King who quit all in one day. Burger King sign has gone viral after employees at Lincoln, Nebraska location used it to announce they were all quitting. One of the former employees from the location told Today Food that the sign came after months of short staffing. Sound familiar? Months of short staffing. I lost where I was, sorry. Months of short staffing, managerial turnover, and hectic work conditions. We had just got really tired of upper management and them not coming to help and not caring about the employees, said Rachel. It sounds, yes. Rachel Flores, the former general manager of the Havelock Avenue location, who told Today that she had put in her 2 weeks' notice alongside several other employees at the end of June. Flores said she began working at the restaurant in August 2020 after losing her job as a representative for Capital One at the beginning of the pandemic. She said she had worked in restaurant before, including other Burger King locations, and was prepared for the job, but was surprised by the behavior of upper management. it was pretty hectic. They were already short-staffed in August. Already. That quick, right? That is very, very quick. General manager was pretty loud and crazy, very argumentative, said Flores, who was promoted to general manager in January after that employee left. As I became general manager, it got more crazy. I had multiple different bosses. Flores said at times, shifts that were meant to have 5 or 7 employees working only had 2 or 3. That sounds familiar. Sounds like how most employers treat their employees. Like you're supposed to be working a 1-person shift, but you're actually covering for 4. Very nice. She also recounted one incident where she was hospitalized and several other employees felt ill due to the lack of air conditioning in the establishment's kitchen. If you're in the kitchen, it's going to be hot. Y'all know that. Danny said, I do like the unpredictability at work. Yeah, I do too. I'm with you on that. Steph said, it's all good though. I love my job I'm at now. I have gotten 2 substantial raises in the 5 months I've been there. Well, that's most important, Steph. That's most important. I'm glad that you got that. In the beginning of the summer, when it was extremely hot, it would be extremely hot in the kitchen because the AC wasn't working, and temperatures were reaching mid-90s most days. And said Flores, it was causing a lot of issues with employees. They were getting dehydrated. They took 3 or 4 weeks to get fixed. One of the days I was extremely delirious. I was very dehydrated. Flores said she left work at the urging of other employees, which led to her missing a manager's meeting. And now you guys can imagine this manager's meeting that she missed. They ain't going to be happy she missed it. They are not going to be happy that she missed it. But come on. You don't even got no AC in the kitchen. When I was 2 minutes late, my boss called me, and when I told him what was going on, he told me I was being a baby and I was making excuses and then I needed to do my job. She said, I ended up going to the hospital that night for dehydration. I had to get an IV, fluids, and everything. And that once you get to that point, guys, like if they can't even give you Gatorade, they can't even give you like the proper stuff so that you don't die of heat exhaustion, so you don't die of dehydration. Because once that dehydration starts hitting and then you start having diarrhea, you start losing everything that's in you. So you got to keep that stuff in you. But she had to get an IV. So if you get an IV, that's pretty serious dehydration. That's pretty serious dehydration, guys. I had called my boss and I told him how I was treated, how my boss hung up on me and everything. And he said I was lying, that he never said that. Over the next weekend, Flores said she was fired for her role in putting up the sign. Days before she was supposed to leave her position, at least 6 other employees also left the establishment at the same time. 6 other employees, guys. 6 other employees left the establishment at the same time, according to the location's website. They are hiring for roles including a cook, an hourly shift coordinator, and a general manager. The same position Flores held. But do you guys really want to get that job now? This kind of sounds like a shit. Maybe they're a franchise owner, maybe. But I don't know. And Danny said most companies don't give a fuck about their employees. Yeah, exactly, Danny. I prefaced this talk with my opinion on most larger, like the larger the company gets, the less they give a fuck about their employees. The smaller companies seem like they do care about their employees more because they have a closer work relationship with their employees, which is what you need to have. Like a lot of these corporations, you're just numbers on a dial. You're just fucking numbers on a dial. Like nobody's paying attention. Like nobody even knows that you're there. You're just doing the work, no appreciation. Sure, the appreciation is the money that you get. But when the working conditions are progressively getting worse, is it really worth it? It's not really worth it. Not when you're living in America and you don't have to deal with those types of deals. Like, we're lucky enough to live in America where we can say, fuck that, I'm going somewhere else. And then you can find somewhere else that's better. Not always, and it's not always that easy. It's never that easy. But it's possible. And just knowing the fact that it's possible should lead you in the right direction, I would think. Danny said, compare working with family company and franchise family company. Family company help cares. Yeah, family companies are generally there for their employees. They're generally there for employees. And franchising, like a lot of franchises, they are local, they are locally owned, so that's pretty much how that is. But they don't have, a lot of time franchisees do not have like a close relationship with their working employees either. So it's just one of those things. And thank you for liking the page, Byron. Byron, haven't seen you in a while, Byron. Thank you so much, brother. I'm going to jump back to the chat real quick, guys, because I see we're getting backed up a little bit. Let's see here. Laura said, best thing, at least for the younger generation, is to stay at least in the shitty job until they find something else. Don't burn your bridges. Yes, exactly. Stay in that job until you can find something else so you can still make sure that your bills are paid, because you don't want to put yourself in a position worse than you were before you left the job. Don't screw yourself over. Try not to, like, that's the hard part about it. Try not to screw yourself over. Byron has shared the page too. Thank you so much, Byron. Always, always, always good help with Byron. Woo! All right, let's see here. Steph said, that's where I work is. It's a privately owned, and the owner and his wife work there with us. Well, then that's probably explains why it's so much better for you, Steph, because if they weren't there, they wouldn't even know, and they wouldn't even care, probably. That's the complicated thing about it. Danny said, speaking of jobs I hate, I used to work for a seasonal position at a fireworks stand during the summer. 13-hour shift under the heated trailer with no AC. College summer. Oh, yeah. I have a love-hate. The pay was good. Yeah, that's the thing. At least they paid you, bro. At least they, like, if they're like that, at least they paid you. At least they knew that their shit wasn't going to be that good. They knew that, like, okay, he's got to sit here in the AC. The AC's not really working or anything, so let's just try to pay him pretty well. They pay pretty well. Hey, man, shitty job, good pay, though. If it's good pay, and what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The higher the pay gets, the more responsibilities you're going to have anyway. So it is what it is. What is up, Shy? How are you? I'm doing very well, Shy. I'm doing very well. It's good to see you in the chat. Thank you for coming, Shy. Laura said, I was with Walmart for 10 years. Lots of biting my tongue in that 10 years. LOL. Luckily, better things came after. Everything happens for a reason. That's a good point, too. Good old Jimbo used to work at Walmart as well, and he has plenty of stories about Walmart. So you can imagine how that is. Erwin Molino, thank you, my brother, for liking the chat. Thank you so much for liking the page, liking the stream, liking all this stuff. Go on and click that share button if you can as well, and you guys over there on YouTube, you can do the same. That's just part of the game, and I think that we're still good on everything. Yep. We're still rolling everywhere as y'all know that we do. Cool, we're good. Sweet. Byron said, just joined in, all right? What's up, Byron? Jared Byron. Hi, Jared Byron. What's up, Jared Byron? I'm glad that you were able to join us in this chat. Say hello, Jared. How are you? Laura said, so Wrestling Wednesday, we going to talk about the death of Paul Orndorff? I know I'm being off topic. Foolish gal. I actually had Mr. Wonderful for this episode as well, but we're probably going to cover it tomorrow because jobs are so easy to talk about, guys. Jobs are so easy to talk about. Ryan, what's up, my friend? How are you, buddy? How are you doing, man? How have you been? We're over here talking about crappy jobs that we've quit where we had crappy bosses. Danny, good money for 2-month work. Yeah, well, I mean, it's seasonal. It's seasonal. Sometimes that seasonal stuff, you wish it would last year round. Bless that you're live every time I'm cooking and eating before training. Hey, brother. That's it. That's it. And a lot of times I go live before I go to training as well. So that's just part of the game, baby. That's part of the game. Them good old wrestlers. Them good old wrestlers. Oh, no. 2 Pauls, that's too many, though. That is too many. I know. Sorry about that, guys. I was jumping back over from frame to frame, Y'all know how I do, though. That's how I do. How have you been, Ryan? It's good to see you, brother. But you guys see, obviously, I don't think that the Burger King employees were wrong at all. 6 of them decided to leave at the same time because they were like, you know what? Fuck this. That's a revolution. That's a revolution. They started the revolution, and it's not televised, but it's definitely on the internet. When I was 2 minutes late, over the weekend, Flores said she was fired for a role. We'll just reread it. Flores said she was fired for her role in putting up the sign days before she was supposed to leave her position. At least 6 other employees also left the establishment at the same time. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Including a cook, an hourly chef, an hourly shift coordinator, and a general manager, the same position Flores held. The Havelock location declined to respond to today's request for a comment. A spokesperson for Burger King told Today that they were aware of the situation. But, what can they do? That's just that's just corporate knowing about it. The franchise is supposed to be taking care of their stuff. The work experience described at this location is not in line with our brand values. Ooh, sounds like corporate spokesperson-y talk. Our franchise is looking into this situation to ensure this doesn't happen in the future. Yeah, put an AC in there for your workers, guys. Flores said that some of the sign's language was also meant to be an apology to customers who rely on the restaurant's staff. Yeah, of course they feel bad about leaving. I mean, you never feel good about leaving because you know that at a certain point there are people who look forward to seeing you. And that's a shitty thing about leaving a situation that's not the best for you personally, because you are providing a good service for people who enjoy what you are providing. But if you're not properly compensated or properly taken care of while you're actually working and your working conditions are the worst, then what are you going to do? You got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. Everybody will get over it. It'll be okay. It's a passing time. Time's going to pass. But you don't want to make yourself suffer in something that's so horrible that's not even good for you physically or mentally healthy. It's just not good for you in general. Danny's laughing. I don't know what you're laughing at, Danny. I don't know what you're laughing at, brother. I don't know what you're laughing at. We also wanted to give a genuine apology to the customers because quite a few people have worked there for years. One was there for 18 years. One was there for 8, and another was there for 7. So they have been seeing a lot of the same customers for years. Yeah, so they know them. That's a community. Weird how there was a community there. Part of it was genuine apology for customers, and we all quit was to upper management. Yeah, I think that's why it went viral, though, because everybody gets that. Everybody gets that. Everybody's been in a shitty working position and a shitty job that they did not want to be in, but they needed the money because you got to pay your bills. So they had to pay their bills, and then they had to deal with all this shit. And it's not even worth it. I'd rather have people calling me, asking me for money that I owe them instead of that. Let's just have some bill people coming. It's a lot. Part of it was a genuine apology to the customers, and we all quit was to upper management. That's crazy. It's not that crazy, but it's crazy enough. Good to see you, Ryan. Good to see you, Ryan. Ryan, you got to tell me about XWA, man. When are they running again? I got to get up there again. Byron said, my coworker trained me 2 months extermination work. I quit because neck hurt too much. Yeah, he passed away. It could have been me. A relative of my ex-governor, Paul Orndorff, and coworker passed away. Hitting close. Yeah, that sucks. But being trained and then not being able to do it because your neck hurt too much, at least you were able to make that decision for yourself, Byron. At least. Because that's right there is just complicated. Byron also said, reminds me of the scene in Half-Baked with Brian saying, I just want to know who's coming with me. Who's coming with me? I just want to know who's coming with me. And nobody came with him. Ryan said, well, I was a busser at Rhode Island's airport, Friday's restaurant. And my boss used to make fun of me because I was a big guy. You've seen me in person. I mean, I'm big, but that guy was an asshole. That guy is... See, you're just trying to work so that you can pay your bills. And then you get this asshole who wants to make fun of you. And he's making fun of you for shit that you don't even... Like, you're just a normal person walking through the day, and he's trying to make fun of you for shit like that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. And you know you're busy as hell anyway, so that's not helping with the stress. That's not helping with the stress at all that you have to deal with whenever you're there. So that's some horse shit, dude. I fucking hate the fact that you even had to deal with that. That body shaming shit is fucking weird, man. It's weird in every way, because I see people making fun of bodybuilders, and then you see people making fun of people who are larger, who are obese, and they have more weight on them. And it's like, dude, we all have different paths. We all have different ways that we're going about our lives. And sure, you do want to be healthy, and I try to promote everybody, and I try to make sure that I want everybody to be as healthy as possible, because we're all going to die. We're not getting out of this alive. We're not getting out of it alive. So it's just one of those things where it's like, man, I hate that shit, because no matter what, you can't win. You can have the perfect body, and there's going to be somebody who don't like it. There's definitely just going to be somebody out there who don't like it. Mama Laura's got a IHTP break. Good for you, Mama Laura. Good for you. Back now. I didn't know I didn't miss much. No, you didn't miss much. Byron, that girl did. Ryan said, used to throw tomatoes at me because I was slow at what I did. They throw tomatoes at you, man? That is one of the most ridiculous things that I believe I've probably ever heard, because that, like, I can't even imagine that, dude. Like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is that? What is that? Throwing tomatoes at you because they're trying to entertain themselves, and now they're just being assholes, and they're trying to hurt somebody for no reason. And that's another manipulative thing that you're going to see out of people. And people try emotional manipulation all the damn time. All the damn time. All the damn time. There's probably more people who are emotionally manipulating people than anything. I do have a lot to say for that, but I've been writing it down because I have a few like legit streams. I don't know if I'm going to want to do these. I might just do some YouTube videos on them, because the back and forth going in with the chat kind of messes it up. But I do think that I'm going to start working on some different types of videos, because I want to talk about like there's a lot of things, especially in these subjects as we cover them, that that we can definitely do some videos of and try to get better, try to get ourselves better at. Byron said it must be really awful for more than 3 people quitting. It had to be, dude. It had to be. Old and rotten tomatoes. Damn, Ryan. I'm sorry, brother. That sucks that you have to deal with that. I got him fired, but still. Yeah, but still, just the fact that you even had to deal with that sucks. That's just the shits, dude, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Byron, right out of the wrestling pinnacle, throwing tomatoes. Yeah, that just sucks, man. I don't like to hear that, man, but it sounds like you're okay now. And then Danny Keogh said tomato throwing trolls. Yeah, that's all they are. But that's like the cliche, and they are literally being that. They're being tomato throwing trolls. That's literally what they're being. They were there for one of them was there for 18 years. You quit your job, and you quit your job the way that they quit their job after you've been there for 18 years. You had to be pissed. You had to be pissed. Many restaurants have struggled to maintain enough staff to operate during the pandemic. Flores said she doesn't want diners to see herself and her coworkers as lazy or unmotivated, noting that she was surprised by the response on social media. It was a lot more positive than I expected. Well, yeah, because most people understand. Most people have had shitty jobs where they were like, you know what, fuck this. At a certain point, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. You don't have to pay me anything. I'm done. I'm done. I've definitely been in that position. Fuck you. I'm out. Simple as that. And that was where they got to that point. They definitely got to that point. They definitely got to that point. So that's really good stuff. But Ryan said, "It is what it is, bub." Hey, Bubba, you're right, man. You're right, Bubba. It is what it is. But I think that you're doing well, brother. I think that you're doing well, and I love hearing from you anytime that I can. Laura said, "Glad that they left. Hope corporate takes care and fixes her store." That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking once corporate hears about it, corporate's going to be like, "Oh no, you put that on social media? Oh no, we got to fix everything." Yeah, of course they're gonna have to clean it up, but it's like, how did you let it get to this point? How did it get to this point to where? Yeah, how did it get to that point? It's just ridiculous. Because there are a lot more people that think that we quit because we weren't making enough money or because flipping a burger was a little bit too hard. It was nothing like that. It was upper management being crappy, she said. To see the amount of support that we employees actually got was actually really nice. To know that we're inspiring to people to reevaluate their self-worth. When it comes to a job, actually feels pretty great. Yeah, your self-worth. That sounds pretty good. Your self-worth, guys. Your self-esteem. It's your self-esteem. And I'm probably just going to do a YouTube video on it because my cousin Leonard, he's getting his master's in sports psychology. And he and I talk a lot. And he said that he gave me a quote which really hit me, which was, self-esteem is the basis for all high performance, which is self-esteem is the basis for any performance. Because if you have self-esteem, you have esteem in yourself. You believe in yourself. It could be construed as confidence, but the esteem in yourself means that you believe in yourself. So if you are attempting something that requires high performance, you are more likely to succeed if you believe in yourself. I know this is the most obvious shit ever, but look, if you fail, here's the big thing about the self-esteem thing. If you fail, your self-esteem is going to tell you, no, you can do it, try again. And then you continuously try until you either find out that you can or you can't do it. But that self-esteem is going to tell you, no, fuck that, you can do this. You got this. Do this. You're better than that. You got this. And how do you train yourself to do that when majority of the time, all of the media that we take in is negative? It's anxiety-ridden. It has all of these second guessing. It has all of these things where, maybe you don't really know. How do you keep yourself solid? Because having self-esteem is very solid. And I've struggled with that for years because there's nothing that gives you a reason why you should have self-esteem. Why should you be confident? Well, I did this. Well, I did that. Yeah, well, other people did that too. So it's not that big of a deal. But it is. It is for you, especially whenever you are building your blocks and trying to make yourself better. It's better to take notes of these little things, because when you have your little successes, that's going to build up to where you're like, okay, I know I can succeed. I know that I can succeed. I know that I can succeed. And if you fail, you're not going to quit, because you know that you can succeed and you don't quit. Don't quit is the hardest part, but don't quit. Good old Danny Keogh said, doesn't fast food workers get paid like $9 hourly? It depends on the state. Some states pay a little bit more, some a little bit less. 90% mental. Yep. Most of it is mental. Most of it really is mental. Damn, I'm going to have to give me a refill of water. Danny said the best kicker in the NFL missed a 40-yard game-winning field goal. Buffalo Bills versus the Giants, Super Bowl. Right, and it just happens. He was the best kicker that they ever had, and he didn't make it. Sometimes you don't make it. Just like Justin Tucker on the Ravens. Sometimes he don't make it. Majority of the time he does, and he has a very, very good record of that. But, what are you going to do? All right. IHTP one more time. I got to get me a refill of my water. I'm going to try to take another pee, and then we'll finish up here. So give me one moment. Let me go get me a refill of my water, and I'll be back. And then we will continue on, and we'll finish up. Okay. I'm back now. Did we lose any viewers? Over there on Instagram, we lost a few. Sorry about that, guys. Danny said he went to psychology for like 6 months after that. Heartbreaking shit. Yeah, he probably had to see a freaking shrink after that. That's for damn sure. That's just one of those things, though. All right, we're going to go back onto this chat, and we're going to finish up, guys. We're going to finish up here. Laura said, glad they left. Hope corporate takes care of them, fixes their store. Yes. Byron said, I worked for a jerk that assumed everyone was stealing from him. He would charge the register if someone run off with gas, and then he would take and use a tax break. So he was stealing from employees. That sucks that he would take it from you guys. That's horrible, dude. That's very, very horrible. Laura, and it's hard to support business that doesn't take care of their workers. I agree 100%. If they don't take care of their workers, then what's the even point of all this? You have to take care of your workers. And it's hard to support a business that doesn't take care of their workers. If you know factually that they aren't getting treated correctly. Others will not give any more money to the place till they get treated right. So companies will lose out completely. And that's what you hope, because you want people. You just need to take care of people. Take care of your people. If you take care of your people, things will be better. But take care of your people first, and all the other bullshit, you can back off a little bit. Oh, well, maybe I don't have to pay so much for this or that, but always pay for your people. Always take care of your people. Your people are all you have. Laura said an uncommon second IHTP. I know. It's a second IHTP, but I'm drinking a lot of water today. I got to make sure that I stay up on top of my water. I dehydrated the shit out of myself today. I busted my ass. I had a 4-mile run, and then we had leg day in the shred shed. And my legs right now I've cramped up like 4 times. Even though like I drank a Gatorade, and I know that a lot of the electrolytes and the salt that I had in me, I'm getting that replenished. But it's just one of those things where it's like, there's not much you can do. When you walk outside and you start sweating just because it's so hot, Maryland gets hot, guys. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Maryland gets hot. So hot, sometimes I don't feel like dealing with it. Laura, an uncommon second IHTP for the short show. We miss him when he is gone, but shh, don't tell him. Maybe we should toast with the Truly Seltzer in his honor. You should. I'm not a big drinker, so I'll drink seltzers. I drink the seltzers, and guess what? They do not have a, shit, I don't know. I already lost my thought. Sorry. Sorry about that. DJ Impact. What's up, DJ Impact? How are you, brother? Hey, Endgame. Miss you over here in Mass. Hope you've been well. I miss you over there, too, in Mass. And I will be back in Mass. Don't forget, guys, I have not stopped wrestling. Still wrestling. Never going to quit wrestling until I physically cannot do it anymore. So I will be back up there, and I will be seeing you guys. We just have to make the situations a little bit better for me so that I can get up there and I can see you, and it's not detrimental to me, myself. So Byron said, I lost $1, but this poor woman was paying the whole week like $40 she owed. I don't know what you're talking about there, Byron. I think that one, I worked for a jerk that assumed everyone was stealing from him. He would charge the register if someone ran off with gas. That's just part of it. Lori, Rick, and I had drinks after Saturday night. We needed them. I needed them too. Trust me, I was very emotional about everything, but I'm a lot better now. Because my problem is I really care. I care about the fans. I just care about everybody, Micah, Paul, you should respond to my Twitter DM. Hold on one sec. I'll jump on there real quick right now. So I can find you, Micah. Danny, is Mass opening up for shows yet? Yes, Mass is open and ready to go. They've got a bunch of different shows going on right now. I did see that Beyond Wrestling is coming back. I know Big Time Wrestling is running up there, and a couple other promotions are running up there as well. Micah, what's your Twitter name? Is it Micah? Micah, you got to tell me what your Twitter name is, because I'm going through the. I got a bunch of freaking DMs though, so I don't know exactly which one it is. Because is it not Micah? Let me know what it is, because I don't see Micah yet. Damn it. Oops, I have not been on Twitter at all, so now I'm seeing. I don't know what's going on over here on Twitter. Sorry, guys. I got tagged in a bunch of stuff. Oh, Twitter and their Twitter drama. That's all that looks like. Yeah, so Micah, let me know what your name is, your Twitter name is, and then I'll respond. Laura said, okay, then don't watch the video. Shit, I'm going to delete it if I can. You don't need to see it. Well, what is it? What do you mean? Now I want to see it. Now I want to see what you're talking about, Laura. That would be, okay, so it was specifically devoid. All right, there we go. All right. Micah, specifically devoid. All right, got you, Micah. Boom. Oh, okay, I got you. I got it. Boom. Awesome. I just hearted it. I'm writing you back now. Boom. There we go, Micah. I got you, brother. I got you. We will be good to go. We will be good to go. All right, where are we at now? Boom, we're good there. Let's see here. Boom, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, then don't watch the video. Yep, Micah, specifically devoid. Laura, I deleted it. Byron, I work delivering phone books, and you can possibly work for $3 an hour if the books are far apart. What a drag. That's crazy, Byron. Glad to be on your show again. Thank you for joining, Byron. I always appreciate you joining. Laura, message me after the show. I won't speak of it on here. No worries. It was Caleb. Tell you afterwards. No, all good, Laura. Micah, sorry, didn't mean to disrupt the stream and stuff. Nah, no worries, Micah. Not at all. We're at the end of the stream right now anyway, so it's no big deal. It's all good, man. It's all good. Don't worry about that, brother. Don't worry about that. We're good to go. I'm just getting ready to get off here so that we can rock and roll onward to tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a fun wrestling episode. We will be talking about Paul Orndorff, R.I.P. Paul Orndorff. But I haven't figured out what the exact subject that I want to do. And I think that I'm going to start doing some more polls so that I can ask you guys and I can get more of your opinion on what you want to see and what you want to hear. So that'll be more fun. But anyway, guys, I think this has been a good day. This has been a fun day. I agree with the Burger King employees. I got their back. I think that they did everything that they were supposed to do. Do not work for somebody who wants to take advantage of you. Do not work for somebody who's going to try to emotionally manipulate you. They're going to use emotional manipulation to try to get out of you. They'll try to make you feel bad about not doing something or doing something without actually holding up their end of the bargain. And you have to make sure that if they're not holding up their end of the bargain, then you're not holding up your end of the bargain. There is no bargain. There is no bargain. There is no deal. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. You know, that's what you have to say. DJ Impact, 93 to 94. WCW, Paul Orndorff was, in my opinion, the best. Tonight, DJ Impact, just for you, I mean, not just for you, but because of you, I'm going to check out some 93, 94 WCW Paul Orndorff. And check, because he looked great. He looked great at that time. He definitely looked great at that time. So you might actually be right. I think you got a point because he looked fucking phenomenal. Byron, I keep posting your videos and I see minimal views for you. Thanks. I'll appreciate that. Doesn't sound like a compliment at all. Laura, great episode. 4 days without a show was hard. Don't miss Friday this week, LOL. Yeah. No, not this week. Nope. We're all good. We're all good this week for everything because I don't have to be anywhere till Sunday now. So I had a whole bunch of, this weekend was all messed up for me, obviously. But well, we all get through it. What's up, Lisa? Glad to see you here. All right, guys. I'm going to hop off here. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. I love you all. I hope that you all have a great night, great day. We'll see you all for Wrestling Wednesday. We're going to be talking about Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. We're going to be talking about a little bit more. I might have watched a couple documentaries that I can remember, or maybe we'll talk about one of the books that I read or something like that. We'll see. Either way, it'll be wrestling related. But I got all my wrestling stuff in my brain, so I don't really have to prepare too much for that. Byron, he was one of the first buff wrestlers I know. Yeah, he was one of the first from that era, definitely. And Laura, love you, pal. Good night. Love you, Laura. Love you guys. I love all of you all. I hope that you all have a great night. Great episode. 4 days without a show is hard. I will do my best. I'm doing my best, Laura. You know I'm doing my best. Mission Girl said, All right, guys.